There's been a case of alleged sexual assault at the Anna University in Chennai, which has led to a full-blown political showdown as well. The Bharatiya Janata Party is alleging there's a DMK link to the accused who has been charged with the sexual assault of a student inside the university campus. And the charge has come from the BJP saying that the accused DMK student wing organizer is the one who's being accused of the charges or is connected to the accused. They basically, look at this, released a pic of the accused with Udayanidhi Stalin. This is absolutely shocking as the details and investigations are still ongoing in this. The Bharatiya Janata Party is alleging that criminals become close to senior DMK executives. All cases against criminals are shelved. So basically they have released this image saying because he's been seen with Udayanidhi Stalin, he has been associated with the student wing of the DMK and now accused of alleged sexual assault of a student, of a 19-year-old female student in the premises of the university. Shilpa Nar joins me for the latest on that. Shilpa, because till now it was just a political bickering, but this looks slightly more serious. What are you picking up about the details? A random image, or as BJP suggesting closer to DMK?
Well, Pooja, as far as the opposition parties in Tamil Nadu concerned, be it the BJP or the AIADMK, both these parties are claiming that the accused in this case, Gnanashekaran, he is a member of the DMK, he's a DMK functionary is what both these parties are alleging, and they're of course accusing the DMK government of trying for a cover-up, trying to protect this particular man. But the DMK on the other hand has completely denied all these allegations. In fact, Tamil Nadu BJP chief had put out few pictures of the accused with Deputy Chief Minister Udayanidhi Stalin and also with Tamil Nadu Health Minister Ma Subramanian. And just a short while back, the Law Minister here in Tamil Nadu, S. Raghupati, he spoke to the media and categorically denied these allegations, saying that the accused Gnanashekaran has no connection whatsoever with the DMK. That is what the Law Minister says. And he says Udayanidhi Stalin and the Health Minister, they are all public representatives, they are all party leaders, and it is normal for anyone to come and click pictures, and that cannot be used as proof to show that he is somewhere connected to the DMK was the justification given by the Law Minister. But this entire case, of course, has taken a huge political turn. We saw earlier in the day both the BJP and the AIADMK staging protests in Chennai, claiming that the law and order situation has completely collapsed under the DMK government rule, because this particular crime, this shocking crime, has taken place inside the Anna University campus. It's in the heart of Chennai.
Just tell us a bit about the details about this case, because I see massive protests have broken out in Chennai, right in the university premises. Police have detained some. What are you picking up about what happened that has led to so much anger and outrage?
Well, Pooja, this incident, of course, took place inside the Anna University campus premises. It's one of the premier educational institutions in Chennai and the whole of Tamil Nadu, if one can say so. And that is why that's the most shocking part. And in fact, what exactly happened is that on 23rd December at around 8 p.m., the victim, the female student and her male friend were outside in the campus. And this particular man named Gnanashekaran, he shot a video of these two, the victim and her male friend, and he threatened and blackmailed them, saying that he's going to send this video to the dean, to her parents, etc. And the male friend was also physically assaulted, and he was later asked to go to his room, and that is when Gnanashekaran sexually assaulted the female victim. And the victim, of course, registered a complaint with the police, and special teams were formed to nab the accused. And within hours, Gnanashekaran was arrested. In fact, the police say he has a criminal history. There are several cases pending against him, and he is a known offender, is what the police say. And he's someone who sells biryani on the roadside. He's a roadside vendor. So the police say, look, we have done our duty. Within hours, we caught the culprit. There is no question of us going soft or protecting anyone here. He's been remanded to to police custody as well, and further interrogation is underway to see if there are more people who are involved in this particular case.
Picking on from what you've said, and this is what the research also shows, that he was a vendor right outside the university, possibly known to many students and those around, but with a sketchy, shady history. That there were possibly cases or allegations against him earlier as well, and such a man is allowed to be around a college premises and possibly has political shelter as well. I think that's very concerning right now. Does the DMK have anything to say over the charge by the BJP on this?
Well, yes, Pooja. In fact, the DMK says we are taking the strictest action against the perpetrator, against Gnanashekaran. There is no question of shielding him, is what the DMK says. And they say that within hours of the police complaint being registered, he was arrested. And, they say there is no question of them shielding him or protecting him. But the fact of the matter is, how did he enter the Anna University campus?
Exactly.
It's supposed to be one of the most secure places for the students. It's in the heart of the Chennai city, and how can someone just get inside, take videos and then also sexually assault a female student? What were the private security guards doing? Where there is also accusation that some of the CCTV cameras inside the university campus were not working. So there's a lot to answer. Both the government and the university authorities, they have a lot to answer at this point in time. But the Chennai police say that they're going to hold a joint review with the university authorities to ensure that there are proper security measures that are put in place. But the question, of course, remains, is it too little too late? Shouldn't this have been done much before to ensure that such incidents don't happen? But the political parties, the opposition parties are trying to mount pressure on the DMK government, saying that the accused is connected to the ruling party, and hence there is some kind of shielding or protection that he's getting from strict actions, from strict legal action. That's the accusation coming in from the side of the opposition parties.
Very disturbing. And if there is any sort of a political shelter here to the accused, it's absolutely horrific. You're asking the right question here about how did he manage to enter into a university where there should be strict checks and balances and sexually assaults a woman and gets away. Where is that audacity coming from? Shilpa, keep tracking the latest on this development. It's become a political showdown.